Yeah, it's quite short. So I'm hiring a closer now, like this upcoming 2 weeks, because I found like the bottleneck right now, it's me. I mean, I can't, and I don't enjoy anymore doing sales calls. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not at all. And I'm getting to this point that last night I was seeing the numbers and 100% I have to increase the price now that I'm going to hire a closer. So of course I'm a little bit afraid because I've been selling this program. I have a 6-month coaching program for women, and it's been working pretty well. But I don't know. I wanted you to maybe give me some advice or tips or things that I could also like have in mind in this process of hiring this closer.
And so what's your current price of your thing?
My pricing is 3,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
They have group
So
coaching sessions. They have yoga classes. I'm a yoga teacher as well. Everything is delegated, but for like 3 full sessions they have with me and one like testimonial session, like a final session, 30-minute session when they like, I just record the case study. And this is right now, I don't think this is something that I want to delegate for now, but the sales calls definitely, because it has come to a point when I'm super tired after the sessions. And then I have like, 3 sales calls and I'm like, it's time just to delegate it. Of course, I know this is going to take some time to run as smooth as it's running right now, because I have like a 44% conversion rate.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, some thoughts. So yeah, Sales OS inside of the curriculum will go through in detail what you need to be doing.
Okay.
Because it's definitely important to watch that.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, because there's a lot of important stuff in it. Sales is its own beast as you start to scale it. But the quick and dirty of it is, so, I mean, you could consider increasing the price now and you sell it just for a second at that new price, even just 10, just to even see what that ceiling is, right? Like maybe a $3,000 thing should actually be $5,800. And now you've doubled your revenue and your profit, right? Uh, and it would maybe be good for you to know, and you just, you're on the calls, you increase the price, you see how that goes for a second before you just bring on someone new. And then you increase the price simultaneously bringing someone on. And then they're like, oh, it's too high. That price is too high. But you don't know because you haven't sold it at that price. And you're kind of like, are they right? Are they wrong? Like, I can't tell now because I actually haven't sold it at that price. So I think you either keep it around the same price and bring on a closer, and or you consider increase the price, you just sell 10 of them while maybe simultaneously hiring a closer. Okay. But I think you kind of, so that's just that one thing.
Mm.
Second thing is, yeah, when you're hiring a closer, you're really looking for 3 things: proven track record, coachability, and hunger. So proven track record, coachability, and hunger. And so that's what you're going to test against, right? You, depending on how you want to hire people, some things to consider is, working with like a proper recruiter of salespeople, right? So that you get a bunch of good candidates. You could do a group interview as the first interview and have like 8 closers on one group interview, asking a bunch of people questions at once. And this sounds crazy to me when I first did this, but I've hired many people on my team through group interviews, because you can kind of naturally with a closer kind of start to see like the room will kind of like emerge and the leaders will emerge in the room, and you start to see like, who's the real person here, and I'll even sometimes go and be a savage at the end of it. And I'll ask, hey, if you were me and you could hire anyone in this room, who would you hire? And I'll get people in that room to go and let me know who they think I should hire. Now, I mean, I don't listen to the room, but the thing is, you start to even just see like people, I know it's just interesting, you see these dynamics. And as a closer, you kind of need to be good in those environments, like brave and courageous and like stick up for yourself and say the uncomfortable thing and lean in where you need to, not be this like shy guy in the corner when you got to like close deals. I think there's kind of a correlation between someone that's able to hold their own in a court like that and being good. So that's just an example. But the key thing is hold high standards, say no to people that suck or don't meet those standards, and grade people on coachability, hunger, and proven track record. That's what I would say. From there, I would really just recommend checking out Sales OS in the curriculum, because there's like the thing called the big three, which is end of day updates, daily stand-ups, and weekly projections that I think that you should have. That's how I've run all my sales teams and built multiple companies 8 figures. And so those are what you want to go and have in place. And so while you're bringing someone on to delegate sales, you're not delegating sales leadership. You are the sales leader. And the big three, morning meetings, weekly projections, and end of day reports, are 3 key functions so that your team has a good heartbeat and is executing the way you want, and that your sales doesn't run away from you, which is the most common thing I see from founders that try this out. Like, and don't do it the way I'm saying, is that they bring on people, they delegate a bunch, they remove themselves, they go chill. Sure enough, 2 months later, they're coming back. Everything's broken. I got rid of that closer. It didn't work out. Now my sales are shit. I had to fire other people. I'm screwed. What's going on? You can't let go of the rein too much early on. So you're going to be the sales leader, and you probably still need to close a bunch of deals. So you're going to be closing some still, maybe half of them still go to you, because you don't want to just suddenly just like relinquish it all. What if the guy sucks? Then what's your sales going to be? So like you're going to get them to shadow you on some calls. They're going to get some calls. You're going to just do some calls. You're going to go and call review their calls, right? So you're going to look at some of their calls, watch the videos, recordings on Fathom or on Zoom. You're going to give them coaching on things like their discovery, their close, their pitch, their objection handling, their presence, their energy, their follow-up. So as you can see, I'm going over a bunch of stuff, right? I don't mean to overwhelm you, but like all this stuff is detailed in Sales OS. And I just this is like the quick Coles notes of like where your mindset should be as you're about to bring some people on. And you may you may want to hire 2 people at once. That's something to consider, because what you pay a closer is 10% of the contract value. Typically, this is how you pay people in your kind of business model. So
I found a good one, and she's asking me for the 12.
Okay, we'll give her 12. Good. Maybe if she hits over if she hits over a 35% close rate, you'll give her 12%.
Okay.
You're doing 44%. So sure, anything she gets over a 35% close rate, which is insane, really high, she gets 12. Sure. And then anything below that, though, she gets 10. Right? Okay. That's an example. But the key thing is you don't pay anything on a base salary, right? So because of that, it doesn't cost you anything to bring on a couple people, especially if you have the lead flow. So that's just something to consider, because then you get these people competing against one another. And if one of them sucks, you still have one closer in a month and you can fire one person, versus if you hire one and one sucks, you have 0 closers in 1 month. So
that's great.
Those are some things to consider.
That's so brilliant. Okay. Amazing, man. Thank you so much. Then I'm going to do this like transition more smooth by me having sales calls, also them having sales calls. And the good things I will have all like super tracked in spreadsheets, like the conversion rate over each month, how many calls we got, how many conversions, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, Matt.
Yeah. You want to go from being the player, which is like the salesperson, to the player coach, and then eventually just be the coach. But be patient. Like maybe that's in a few months. That's okay. Like just slowly like relinquish things. Everything I've learned in business, like one thing that's always been very difficult for me, but I think is the way you're supposed to do things. And now that's how I do a lot of things these days, mostly everything, is like crawl, walk, run. Early in my career, I'd always like crawl, run, right? I'd be like, oh shit, I got to do this thing. It's like, okay, I'm going to stop all this shit and just do that thing now. And then sure enough, that thing would break. And then I'm just doing this. Like it was always a mess. When really it's like crawl, walk, run. So, oh, you were closing? Cool. Now you're going to close, you're going to train someone. And you're going to close, you're going to coach someone. You're going to close, you're going to get these things out. Okay, cool. Now you're going to gradually stop closing so much and do more coaching, right? And so on and so forth. So it's just gradually making these changes versus like throttling one and suddenly shifting super fast to the other. That's not generally a good sign and doesn't help. So 100%. Just to be aware of.
100%. Thanks again, Matt. That was super helpful.
Yeah. Anything else, Jonathan, Shamath, anybody else?